What's happening, sales ascenders and FlowChat connectors out there in the world today? I'm excited to share this one with you. 3 keys to making a great first impression in sales. It's going to be a winner. What's happening, FlowChat Connector? Sean back at you with another hot ticket tune-up. Hope you're having a great day today. Today, I'm excited to get into a concept that Linda asked me. Linda has a great question for me. She said this. She said, Sean, I have a new salesperson on my team. And she asked me, what's the secret to a first impression in sales? Do I have any tips? And yes, there's 3 things that are super key when you first start a sales conversation, specifically if you're on Zoom or you're doing something, where you're in a face-to-face meeting. There's 3 things that you need to be aware of. And I want to share those things with you because I feel like if you know these things or you're trying to train somebody new in your organization, it gets you off to the right foot. And I actually have statistics to kind of back it up at the end. So with that said, here we go. All right. So what are the keys, right? So 3 keys to making a great first impression in sales. It's very simple. It's just about how they see you, The word SEE is an acronym. Yes, I like acronyms. I'm stupid like that. But again, you're not going to forget this. So first of all, sharp as attack. You need to show up sharp as attack. Secondly, enthusiastic as hell, right? What I call calm confidence. And lastly, you need to show up as an expert. Well, Sean, these are great things, but how on earth do I show up as sharp as attack? Well, to become sharp as attack, it's very, very simple, right? The idea is when you first get on Zoom, don't be flustered, be present. That's usually a great starter for somebody to be sharp as attack. Be listening, be asking engaging questions right from the beginning, right? And be there, look pretty sharp, right? They always say like check up from the neck up before you get on a call. Make sure you don't have any food on your face or anything like that. Have your hair kind of like groomed, and maybe have a background that's neutral or kind of playing in your benefit. And that gets into extrovert, but that's the first thing. So always show up sharp as attack. That's the first thing. Secondly, you want to be enthusiastic as hell. Now, again, some of these concepts actually came from Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, because guess what? He's a really good sales pro, but there's some things I love about him, some things I dislike about him. Obviously, what he got put in jail for is a thing. But he also says this is one of the keys when you make a first great impression is you have to be enthusiastic as hell. But here's the big difference, right? It's not going to be the person that you get on the Zoom call with and like, oh my God, I'm so enthusiastic. This is amazing. No, it's not that person. So don't be that person. That's fake. What we want to have is what Jordan calls it. It's bottled enthusiasm. I call it calm confidence. It's a very similar thing. It's where you know that you know, right? And you don't care what the other person has to say because you know what you know and they don't know what you know, right? So being enthusiastic as hell is being able to sit there and actually be excited to be speaking with them, be excited to learn about them. Don't just think, hey, you're another dollar sign that's coming into my pocket. If you have that mindset as a salesperson, they're gonna smell what we call commission breath. Commission breath is that where you're trying to pressure or force or convince or persuade somebody against their will to invest with you. Well, that never works. It never happens. See, people don't like to be sold. They love to buy. So we just got to remember we need to be enthusiastic about them, learn about them, understanding things about, hey, do they have the problem that I might be able to solve? And guess what? I've never said a word about what's behind me because I know what I know. And I don't have to go and gloat, right? So it's imagine you're in, I bet you all remember this, maybe back in like junior high or high school, and you were in, like gym class, right? And in your gym class, there's always going to be somebody that's a little bit bigger, better, stronger than you. And the one person is totally just egotistical maniac, but he's really also, or she is really very good at what she does, right? So she has the right to be, very cocky, if you will, arrogant, and go down the path. And then you have another person in your class that is hella good, as well as good as the other person, but they're very humble about it. And now let's imagine those 2 people come up to you and they start talking with you. Which one of those people are you going to like more? The person that's, oh, I'm the best, I did this, I'm blah, blah, blah about me. No, you're going to be friends with the one who's humble that's still an ass kicker because you're like, whoa, how did you get that professional, right? You can feel that air of enthusiasm coming off that person because they're talking about something they truly know about, right? Which leads into being an expert. However, being enthusiastic means keeping a smile on your face, asking engaging questions, and just staying present. Again, I think that's the big thing, but also knowing that you can help and serve and close and solve problems for other people. And then lastly is being an expert, right? How do you show up as an expert? Well, again, use your backdrop. You have that to your advantage if you're on a Zoom screen. Put things back there that would, indicate that you've had some success in a certain field that you're coaching or teaching or doing. That you can build a virtual studio of anything you want. I love seeing the people who like put the beach behind them or some other thing, because I think that's fun, and it's kind of a dead giveaway of their personality. So whenever I see that, I know kind of how to go in and sell that person, simply because they have a certain personality profile that I know how to sell to, versus somebody that, like, for example, back behind me, what do I have? A bunch of books. What are books? Books are knowledge that haven't been activated yet. So like, as long as it looks like I read books, I talk about reading books, I do actually read books every single day. So that's important to me. That's why it's behind me. But then I also have a couple of awards, and that also helps when somebody sees that. If they recognize one of the awards from a certain program or something, they're like, ooh, that person's had some results, because you can only get that award if you've had some results, right? So that creates that expert piece. And that's the 3 secrets. That's it. That's all you have to do. Remember to be sharp, dress okay, right? Be check up from the neck up. Don't have distractions going around behind you. It should be straightforward, be enthusiastic as hell, and act as an expert. With that said, you've just been tuned up. Hopefully this was a good one for you today. Please leave a comment if this helped you, and I look forward to catching you on the next one. We'll see you later.